have to admit, watching the recent episodes of Beyond the Gates has left me completely on the edge of my seat, especially when it comes to the incredibly tense and layered dynamic between Deanna McBride, her mother Vanessa, and the ever-calculating Joey Armstrong. The sheer brilliance of Deanna's sudden shift in behavior is nothing short of a psychological masterclass. When we saw Deanna at the spa with Vanessa, playing the role of the doting, supportive daughter, it was chillingly perfect. Vanessa, bless her heart, is absolutely thrilled that her daughter is finally getting along with her, completely oblivious to the dark, churning waters of vengeance beneath Deanna's sweet smiles. But as a viewer, I know exactly what is happening. Deanna is executing a flawless Trojan horse strategy, and it is absolutely captivating to witness this young woman transform her grief into a weapon of mass destruction. So this makes me wonder just how far Deanna is willing to go to destroy the man she blames for the destruction of her family. Her request to join Vanessa's real estate firm is not born out of a sudden passion for property markets or a desperate need for mother-daughter bonding. No, this is a calculated, cold-blooded tactical maneuver. By embedding herself within the very infrastructure of Vanessa's business, Deanna is positioning herself right at the beating heart of Joey's financial empire. She knows that the real estate company is the primary vehicle for Joey's money laundering operations. It is a stroke of absolute genius. Deanna is using her mother's desperate desire for a reconciled family as a weapon to gain unprecedented access to the highly classified, illegal ledgers that could ultimately send Joey Armstrong to federal prison for the rest of his natural life. But Joey Armstrong is no amateur, and that is exactly what makes this storyline so incredibly explosive. While Vanessa is blinded by maternal hope and the glittering profits of their illegal partnership, Joey's criminal instincts are tingling with high alert paranoia. He immediately sees through Deanna's facade. When Vanessa returned to the casino's back room, glowing with the news of her daughter's apprenticeship, Joey's reaction was swift and brutal. "Bad idea, don't you see?" he warned her. Joey is a man who has survived in the criminal underworld by reading people, and he knows that the intense, burning hatred he saw in Deanna's eyes does not just evaporate overnight. He is absolutely convinced that Deanna is trying to infiltrate the business, to expose his illegal activities, and frankly, his paranoia is 100% justified. This brings us to the fascinating conflict brewing between Joey and Vanessa. Joey, driven by his sharp survival instincts, wants to immediately separate his money laundering operations from Vanessa's real estate company if Deanna steps foot in that office. He is not willing to risk his freedom for Vanessa's family reunion. However, Vanessa is fiercely opposing this move. She thinks Joey is being ridiculously paranoid. From her perspective, the business is booming, the profits are astronomical, and Deanna has finally seen the light. Vanessa's refusal to stop the money laundering highlights her tragic flaw, her greed, and her desperate need to have her cake and eat it too. She wants the dangerous, lucrative bad boy lover, and she wants the loving, supportive daughter, completely failing to realize that these two desires are on a catastrophic collision course that will inevitably destroy her world. I can only imagine how deeply satisfied Deanna must be to see her mother and Joey clashing over her. Her plan is already working. By simply existing in that space and offering an olive branch to her mother, Deanna has managed to drive a massive wedge of distrust between the two criminal partners. Deanna's ultimate victory isn't just about finding the evidence. It is about watching Joey and Vanessa turn on each other. The psychological warfare she is waging is brilliant. She is sitting back, playing the innocent daughter, while Joey's paranoia slowly poisons his relationship with Vanessa. If Joey forces the issue and pulls his dirty money out of the real estate firm, Vanessa will be furious about the lost revenue. If he stays, he risks everything. Deanna has successfully placed Joey in an impossible lose-lose situation, and it is a thrill to watch him squirm. But that's not all, because Joey is not a man who just sits back and waits to be destroyed. His countermove is as twisted as it is desperate. Calling in Randy Parker and assigning Deanna as his new job adds a layer of emotional complexity that has me reeling. Let us not forget the crucial, heartbreaking detail here. Doug McBride, Deanna's deceased father, was Randy's best friend. Joey is ordering Randy to get close to Deanna, to spy on her, and to exploit her trust to figure out exactly what she is plotting. Joey wants to know Deanna's endgame, and he is using the memory of her father's best friend to do it. The sheer manipulation of this order is staggering, and it shows just how threatened Joey truly feels by this young woman's sudden change in demeanor. My theory is that Randy is going to find himself in the most agonizing moral dilemma of his entire life. How exactly is he supposed to approach Deanna? Will he play the role of the grieving uncle figure, offering a shoulder to cry on, only to report her secrets back to Joey? Or will Joey force Randy to take a more sinister, seductive route to compromise her? I honestly believe that Randy's conscience is going to become a massive wild card in this storyline. When Joey told Randy to look into Deanna, Randy sighed heavily. You could see the weight of Doug's memory crashing down on him. I am highly suspicious that Randy might actually flip sides. What if Randy, overwhelmed by guilt over Doug's death, decides to become a double agent? He could pretend to spy for Joey while secretly helping Deanna gather the evidence she needs to bring the casino boss down. The supernatural psychological element of this plotline cannot be ignored either. We saw Deanna looking at a photograph of herself and Doug whispering, "I know what to do." This comes right after she literally saw Doug's ghost, or perhaps a manifestation of her own grieving subconscious, guiding her to change her tactics. Doug told her to support Vanessa so that Vanessa would turn to her instead of Joey. Doug is essentially orchestrating Joey's downfall from beyond the grave. This deep emotional anchor makes Deanna's mission so much more than just a quest for justice. It is a sacred vow to her dead father. Every time she smiles at Vanessa or walks into that real estate office, she is doing it for Doug. And that kind of motivation makes her incredibly dangerous to a man like Joey. The big question that keeps me awake at night is this: will Deanna's intelligence and quick wit be enough to actually find the loopholes in Vanessa's illegal business? Money laundering through real estate is a highly complex, paper-heavy process involving shell companies, inflated appraisals, and offshore accounts. But Deanna is sharp, observant, and highly motivated. I am desperately hoping that she finds the physical documents, the smoking gun that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Vanessa's firm is washing Joey's dirty casino money. I can picture the scene now. Deanna staying late at the office, hacking into a secure server, or finding a hidden ledger in Vanessa's locked desk drawer. She is going to find the financial discrepancies, the phantom buyers, and the inflated property values that tie Joey's criminal empire directly to her mother's signature. This leads me to fear for Vanessa's ultimate fate. What happens to Vanessa when Deanna finally uncovers the truth? Will Deanna have to sacrifice her own mother to take down Joey? I strongly believe that if Deanna hands that evidence over to the authorities, perhaps to Jacob Hawthorne or Chief Elon, Vanessa will go down right alongside Joey. Vanessa is listed as the owner of the business. Her name is on the fraudulent contracts. Will Joey throw Vanessa under the bus to save himself? Absolutely. He's a survivor above all else. I think Vanessa is going to realize far too late that her daughter's sudden affection was a trap, and that her refusal to listen to Joey's paranoid warnings was the biggest mistake of her life. The tragedy of a mother being locked away because of her daughter's quest for vengeance is the exact kind of high-stakes drama that makes this show phenomenal. If Joey absolutely insists on stopping the partnership because Deanna is working there, it might actually accelerate his downfall. Think about it. If Joey suddenly pulls his massive streams of illicit cash out of the real estate firm, the company's financials will take a sudden, inexplicable nosedive. Deanna is smart enough to notice a massive drop in revenue the moment she joins the firm. That sudden financial vacuum will be the exact red flag she needs to prove that the previous profits were illegitimate. Joey's attempt to protect himself by pulling out might be the very action that provides Deanna with the circumstantial evidence she needs to start digging deeper into the historical records. He is damned if he does and damned if he doesn't, and Deanna is the one tightening the noose. And what about Randy's fate in all of this? I am placing my bets on a tragic end for Randy Parker. He is caught between a ruthless crime boss and the vengeful daughter of his deceased best friend. If Joey finds out that Randy is sympathizing with Deanna, Joey will not hesitate to eliminate him. Conversely, If Randy betrays Deanna and she finds out, the emotional fallout will be devastating. I can easily see a scenario where Randy sacrifices his own life to protect Deanna from Joey's wrath, finally making amends for whatever role he played in the circumstances surrounding Doug's tragic demise. It would be a poetic, heartbreaking end for a character who has been swimming in murky moral waters for far too long, and it would push Deanna past the point of no return. On a personal level, I am rooting for Deanna with every fiber of my being. Joey Armstrong has manipulated, intimidated, and destroyed too many lives in Fairmont Crest. Seeing him finally outsmarted by a grieving, determined young woman would be the ultimate poetic justice. I want to see the look of absolute terror on Joey's face when he realizes that the girl he underestimated has meticulously dismantled his entire empire from the inside out. I want Deanna to find every single loophole, every forged signature, and every hidden bank account. She has the fire, she has the motive, and with Doug's spirit guiding her, she has the moral high ground to burn Joey's world to the ground. The tension is palpable, and the stakes have never been higher. Will Vanessa wake up and smell the coffee before she is fitted for a bright orange jumpsuit? Will Randy find the courage to honor his best friend, or will he remain Joey's obedient pawn? And most importantly, will Deanna McBride successfully execute the greatest long con in the history of Beyond the Gates? The intricate dance of deception between these four characters is soap opera perfection, and I cannot wait to see who makes the first fatal misstep. The psychological chess match between Deanna's righteous fury and Joey's criminal paranoia is exactly why we tune in every single day. As we look ahead to the coming weeks, keep your eyes glued to those real estate scenes. Every file Deanna touches, every lingering glance Randy gives her, and every argument between Joey and Vanessa is a puzzle piece falling into place. The storm is brewing in Fairmont Crest, and Deanna McBride is the lightning rod. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Do you think Deanna will succeed, or will Joey's paranoia keep him one step ahead? Until next time, stay dramatic, stay curious, and keep watching the gates.